everybody. How you doing tonight? We are here live at Brennan's Tavern, 1144 Alternate 19 in Holiday, Florida. How you doing tonight, Jimmy?
I'm good, sir. Yourself?
I am doing A-OK.
You know, this is week 3. Does that mean we're almost a quarter way through the season already?
Well, you know,
It's got to slow down a little bit.
Well, they play 18 weeks.
That's true.
Okay, which 17 games because everybody gets the bye.
Right.
So I guess if you take 18 and divide it by 4,
We're almost a third of the way.
almost. We're getting there, aren't we? Well, I'll tell you what. A lot happened in football, but let's talk real quick before we get into football. If you're a sports fan, you got to be interested in what's going on in Major League Baseball. Something is happening this year that may never happen again.
I have no idea.
Ohtani, Shohei Ohtani.
That's right, 50-50 club, right?
He is going to be the first guy to have 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. No one has ever been in the 50-50 club.
Incredible.
It is incredible. Right now, I think he's got 47 and 48.
So that means he probably won't pitch ever again then.
Well,
Right?
okay, let's talk about that.
Okay.
The Dodgers, they've had more problems and more injuries than you can ever believe. Glass now out. They've got all kinds of Bueller out. They don't know what they're going to do. They are thinking
Right.
about having Ohtani pitch in the playoffs.
I'm all for that. Let him pitch.
Let him pitch. If his arm's good, let him pitch. He is a freak.
If the Dodgers want to win the World Series, don't you think they should let him pitch?
Absolutely. That's why you pay him all that money so
Correct.
you get lucky and win one.
Let him pitch.
All right, also what's going on, the Yankees have a 5-game lead over Baltimore. Houston has a 6-game lead over Kansas City. Cleveland is running away with it.
But I think, didn't the Yankees and Brewers clinch?
Yankees and Brewers clinched last night. They
Okay.
clinched playoff spots.
Right. But divisions?
Division, Milwaukee clinched.
Correct.
Right. Houston has a lead over Seattle. Philadelphia has a lead over the Mets. Milwaukee, like I said, clinched. And the Dodgers have a lead over San Diego. Now, all these teams are battling it out to see who's going to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right now, my Detroit Tigers are a game and a half behind
Yep.
Minnesota.
We talked about that last night. Amazing.
Yep, they got a chance to make the playoffs. Our beloved Tampa Bay Rays, they are 74 and 78. They've got 10 games left. It would be really cool to see them finish at 500 or better.
I agree. I was hoping above 500, but at least 500, yeah.
You know, they've got so much young talent coming up. It's crazy. They've got so many young pitchers. And give this team, maybe not next year, but the following year, this team's going to be one of the best.
I agree.
All right. Baseball. Baltimore released your pitcher,
I know.
Mr. Kimbrell.
I know.
He talk about a flop.
I was going to say he did not perform well.
Not at all, man. He stunk, didn't he? Nope. So, you know, you and I went to what? 5-6 games this year? See the Rays play?
Yeah, and if you include the out-of-state games, too.
Oh, you're not right, because we did see him play in Baltimore.
Boog Powell.
That's pretty cool. And a year before, we went and saw him play in Cleveland.
That's right.
We are FANS.
The last year they were the Indians.
Yes. The last year they were the Indians. We were there.
Man, was it hot that day.
Oh, my God, yes.
It was brutal.
All right. So, again, if you're a baseball fan, the last 10 games are happening right now. See who's going to be playing in October. Again, I am a baseball fan. I love it. I love the playoffs. I love the World Series. So I'm still pretty pumped up.
What, in between football and baseball, you got the Lightning coming back.
Yep, the Lightning are coming back.
Without Stamkos.
I hate that.
I know. But, hey, Jake Gensel, big shoes to fill. You never replace Stamkos, but I think Gensel's a good piece of the puzzle.
He's a good player.
I agree.
The Bolts, listen, every year the Bolts are in the playoffs.
Yep.
I see no reason why that won't happen this year as well. All right. Football.
Yes.
College football first.
Okay, college football.
There's a few games I really like, but every time I bet college football, what do?
Lose.
I lose. I can't pick college football, but this week we got some really good games. Tomorrow night, you've got number 24 Illinois playing at number 22 Nebraska. Nebraska's a 7.5-point favorite against two teams in the top 25. I love Nebraska at home.
I agree. I like Nebraska. Pretty good team.
Yep. Illinois is okay, but I think Nebraska's a really good football team this year. My Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yes.
I-O, baby. They are 40-point favorites. They were off last week.
Chris gives you the thumbs down.
Yeah, that's because Teresa loves my Ohio State Buckeyes. She may think she's a Michigan fan, but deep, deep, deep down inside, it's OHIO. I know it. I can feel it. I can feel it. By the way, your Michigan has a hell of a game this week. Michigan hosts Southern California. So you got USC at Michigan. How Michigan is still ranked number 18 is beyond me. How are they still in the top 25?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think they're going to beat USC. They're sorry team.
I mean, they played the Little Sisters of the Poor, and they beat them. And I think they played St. Mary's House of the Blind.
Yeah, then they played Hookham.
And then Hook'em Horns, and Hook'em Horns crushed them. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Other games, though. NC State plays at Louisville. Yeah, Louisville's 20-point favorite.
I like NC State.
Yeah, with 20 points, I do too. I lied. Hold on. Go back. It's NC State against Clemson with 20 points. Georgia Tech plays Louisville. I knew I had them right. It's hard to read here. Louisville minus 10. Yeah, Georgia Tech proved they can win. Ramblin' Wreck, Georgia Tech. Okay, your Penn State University,
Yes.
they play Kent State. Can you imagine what the spot is?
It's got to be minus 40.
49, baby. 49 points. Miami, Ohio plays Notre Dame. Notre Dame is also, hope we have microphone problems.
Oh.
There we go.
Sorry, I hit the button mistakenly. I apologize.
There you go. So everything that you've said, nobody's heard?
Apparently not.
That's kind of scary, isn't it? That means they've heard this golden voice the whole time.
That's right.
Is it?
Okay,
All right.
all right.
UCLA plays at LSU. LSU's a 24-point favorite.
I like LSU in
over
that game.
UCLA. What other games he
What
talking?
about Utah at Oklahoma State?
Utah, Oklahoma State, number 12 against number 14. This is weird. Number 14 at home is a favorite over number 12 Utah by 2.5 points.
I like Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I like OK State. They're a good team. Here we go. Here's the one that I'm looking for. Tennessee at Oklahoma. I was waiting for hearing that out there. Tennessee minus 7 at Oklahoma.
I like the Sooners in that game.
I tell you what, plus 7 at home,
I take the Sooners.
pretty interesting. And then you got my BGSU at Texas A&M, 22-point favorite.
BGSU. I like Texas A&M.
And last but not least, Miami of Florida comes in at USF, 16.5-point favorite.
Miami rolls.
The Bulls play good against
They do.
all these good teams
For 3 quarters, and then they.
for 3 quarters.
So that's what I'm saying. Miami dominates them in the second half, probably.
I don't know. I got to root for my Bulls. I'm not going to bet the game, but I got to root for the Bulls. Yeah, got to.
Okay.
All right. Plenty of NFL football to talk about. Before we do that, I want to remind everybody we're at Brennan's Tavern, 1144 Alternate 19 here in Holiday, Florida.
Food is excelente.
Oh, man, I had another one of them cheeseburgers, man. It was great.
Yeah, Teresa and I had a grilled chicken sandwich.
Week before, we had shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie.
If you guys are hungry and you want to come to a place to eat, reasonable prices, great food, stop by here. You know, you walk in, you go, oh, it's a little bar.
It's not just a little bar.
It's got great food.
Really good food.
Great food. You know, we meaning me and my beautiful wife, Tracy, last night went to Seafire Grill, which is up here on Highway 19 right on the bay. And you want to talk about a good meal. Holy moly, that damn thing
I'll
was
have to
good.
check that joint out.
Oh, good food. We both had steak, and I had some mushroom risotto. We had custom bread. Oh,
Ate like kings, didn't you?
ate like kings.
And queens.
And queens.
Okay.
All right, I got to tell you, before we get into all the football games, did you hear what happened to Derek Carr,
He got some kind of fine, didn't he?
the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints? Now, first of all, if we're going to talk about that game, we have to give our Pig of the Week award.
Yeah.
The Pig of the Week award goes to the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them
How
Saints?
about them? Bleh. Do you believe that the Saints absolutely rolled I mean, crushed Dallas 44-19, and it wasn't that close.
I was going to say it wasn't close at all.
So Dallas gets the Pig of the Week award. They were terrible. Some other games last week. Our Squeak of the Week goes to Tampa Bay, who goes into Detroit and beats the Lions, which was a great game. How the hell did they pull that out? Kansas City Chiefs beats Cincinnati 26-25. Would you have ever called that penalty?
Not in the fourth quarter, maybe in the first half, but you can't let that game be decided on a 4th and 16 defensive pass interference.
No, you can't. I got another Pig of the Week, a team that everybody thought was going to be really good. Las Vegas Raiders went into Baltimore and beat Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore's 0-2. And I told you I read an article. They're calling for Harbaugh to be fired.
I can't believe that. I can't believe
they lose
that.
another game.
One more big upset. Two more big upsets, really. Minnesota beat San Francisco.
Shocking, but is Sam Darnold the real Sam Darnold?
I told you, Sam Darnold at least has some players around him this time, and San Francisco's got more injuries than you can look at.
Well, Justin Jefferson's hurt too.
Yeah, but I hear he's going to play.
Maybe.
I hear Jefferson's going to play, but CMC is definitely out, and same with Debo.
And
he's out.
And Mr. Relevant's not looking too irrelevant, is he?
No, he's not. Let me talk about that real quick. Got 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy's one of them.
Yeah.
Stafford from the Rams is another one.
Yeah.
Goff from Detroit, another one. And Lawrence from Jacksonville.
I mean, they're all high-caliber quarterbacks.
One of some of the best in the league. Do you realize they've thrown a total of 4 touchdown passes, 1 each? That's it.
Wow.
That's it. Those quarterbacks have 4. And you look at your Pittsburgh Steelers, who have not scored but 1 touchdown in 2 games. You wonder why the under is kicking butt.
Pittsburgh's 2-0. What can
Pittsburgh's
I say?
2-0, scoring 1 touchdown. Figure that out, huh? Wow. Carolina Panthers this week, they're going to bench.
Yep, Bryce Young.
And they're going to put in
Andy Dalton.
the Red Rocket.
The Red Rooster.
Red
You know where he
Rooster.
went to college?
Where did Dalton go to school? Texas Tech?
TCU.
TCU. I knew it was Texas something.
Yeah, Texas Christian.
Yeah, I knew it was Texas something. All right. Want to talk about the games this week?
Sure.
All right. Here we go with the games this week.
The game tonight, right?
One game tonight. Interesting team when you talk about New England. I thought they'd be lucky to win 3 games all year.
I agree.
And they've already won 1-1.
Yeah.
They play at New York.
Interesting stat here. I told you that the travel team, no team in the last 23 seasons has had to play home game on Thursday after playing 2 consecutive road games like the Jets did.
So it went road game,
Home-
Thursday.
Thursday home game.
Wow, that stinks, doesn't it? A short week and everything.
Jets.
Jets. All right, what do you think about Aaron? Is he going to be the Rodgers that we've seen, or is he just an old man out there playing football?
I think he's an old man out there playing football, but old enough to win a couple games.
I don't see them as a Super Bowl contender. I hope they win tonight because I bet them.
I'm betting the Jets too.
Yep. I bet them on a teaser. The bets are -7. I took them on a 6-point teaser. So I've got a -1.
Okay.
And I took them with my other team, your Pittsburgh's. So that's our second game tonight.
So how about Ramondre Stevenson, 117 yards after contact so far?
Yeah. There's 4 players in tonight's game. 4 players. If you're a fantasy player, there's really only 4 players to give a rat's ass about.
Yeah.
You talked about Stevenson. He's one of them.
Right.
And then the other person, I think, for New England is Hunter Henry. He had a great game as a tight end last week.
Both his games pretty good.
Yep. All right. Now, if you're going to talk about the Jets, you got to look at the running back.
Yeah, Brees Hall.
And you got to look at their wide receiver.
I'm drawing a blank.
Hang on. I wrote his name down here.
Garrett Wilson?
Yes, Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, okay.
So you've got 2 guys for the Jets I think you got to look at playing tonight, and 2 guys for New England you look at playing tonight.
The Jets' defense is not that bad.
Yeah, but they haven't been the Jets' defense that we thought of.
No, but they're not that bad.
No. If I got to play one of those defenses, I'm definitely playing the Jets. Yeah.
Considering that the entire offensive line of New England made the injury report, which is crazy.
Listen, say that again.
The entire offensive line for the Patriots made the injury report on Tuesday.
Now, they may play, but still to have every single guy on their offensive line, that's nuts.
Hurt. No, I've never seen it happen in the years we've watched football.
That's crazy. All right, let's move on to the games on Sunday. All right, first game on Sunday is the LA Chargers, 2-0, undefeated, going in to Three Rivers. Is this Three Rivers Stadium?
It's Heinz
I know
Field.
it's not, but I'm calling it Three Rivers
Heinz
Stadium.
Field, whatever you want
It's
to call
Heinz Field. Anyway, they're 2-0 as well. Two undefeated teams playing each other. What do you think?
it. Come on.
I know you're going to root for your
Pittsburgh, maybe at least by a touchdown.
Yeah, but your wife is rooting for the Chargers because Harbaugh's the quarterback.
Harbaugh's the coach.
So
But
that'll be.
I don't think Justin Herbert's 100%.
No, he's not. But I heard he's going to play, but he's still on the injury report. Anyway, I like Pittsburgh. They're minus 2.5. I think Pittsburgh absolutely will score a touchdown this game.
Listen to this stat. The Chargers and the Steelers are number 1 and number 2 in lowest percentage of opposing offensive drives that have resulted in a score.
So bet the under.
Bet the under.
Bet the under and bet Pittsburgh. There you go.
But they're both 2-0. So.
Both undefeated. That's crazy. Both teams 2-0. All right, our next game. One of my favorite teams in football, Houston Texans, also undefeated. And they're going to one of the biggest surprise undefeated teams, Minnesota. So Houston at Minnesota, Houston minus 2.
Like I said, will Sam Darnold turn into Sam Darnold? That's the question Minnesota has. Because had J.J. McCarthy been healthy, who knows?
Who knows?
I think Houston's going to the Super Bowl.
Hey, I like Houston in this game too. I think Minnesota, even though they destroyed, last week, they played great. But
And even if Justin Jefferson does play, I think Houston's defense is too much. They sacked Caleb Williams 7 times last week.
that's amazing.
Houston did
7 sacks in one game.
in one game.
So we both agree. We both like Houston there. Over and under in that game is 46.5. So they're thinking it's going to be some points scored.
I would agree, but I like Houston.
I do too. All right, our next game. The team that I maybe hate more than any team in the NFL. I despise the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are my pig of the week.
Yeah, you really hated that Monday night.
They killed me Monday night. First of all, how did Barkley drop that pass?
You and I talked about that.
How did he drop it? Well, but he hit him in the hands. Even if he didn't throw it, one of the crowd saying that why'd they throw it? I agree. Run the ball.
You and I could have caught that.
Anyway, then after they gave the ball back to Atlanta, Kirk Cousins threw the ball 5 times. Everybody was open by 20 yards.
There was no. You and I were texting each other. There was no defense on that drive.
Where did the defensive guys go get a hot dog? There was no defense at all for the
None.
Eagles. They stunk. Eagles were stinky. Where did defense go?
Speaking of the Eagles, real quick, they are 1-8 against the spread in their last 9 games.
There you go. That shows you how they're playing right now. And one of them was against Tampa.
Was against
Way
Tampa.
back when. All right, so Philly goes at New Orleans. New Orleans, undefeated New Orleans. Okay, if you're a Bucs fan, I want New Orleans to lose. But I hate Philadelphia so much. I hope they get their asses handed to them by the Saints.
And the Saints have scored on their first 15 drives with Derek Carr under center.
Man, New Orleans minus 2.5.
They're rolling in. The Saints are rolling in.
Oh, when the Saints come marching in.
That's it.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. All right, so we're both taking the Saints in that game.
Yes, we are.
The next game, a team that I thought was going to lose last week, but they didn't. The Green Bay Packers go to Tennessee. And Tennessee.
There we go.
Okay, there
All
we
right.
go. Tennessee minus 2.5 in the game. Interesting game.
Yeah, Green Bay. Malik Willis played a heck of a game. Yeah, I know that. I know.
You know, there's a chance that Tennessee may be facing Jordan Love. They say there's an outside chance he may play in this game, the quarterback for Green Bay.
Regardless, I like Green Bay anyway.
I am, that's one of my upset specials here. I like Tennessee.
Really?
I think Tennessee
you're
at
going
home.
with Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Tennessee at home. They've played pretty good in their 2 games. I like the way their defense have played. I think Pollard had a really good game running. Yeah, I'm going to give Tennessee my upset special.
Well, here's a stat for you. No NFL head coach has covered the spread as an underdog
Wow.
at a higher rate than 67%.
Huh. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. All right, here's another one of the stinkiest teams in the NFL. The New York Football Giants play at Cleveland. Cleveland's a 7-point favorite.
And the Giants are B-A-D-D bad.
They are
They are
piggy bad. Yes, they are.
And Deshaun Watson is probably just as bad.
Yeah, he looked good the first quarter when Cleveland played last week.
He won't be as good as he was when he played with Houston. Sorry.
No, I don't either. Cleveland's 7-point favorite. I don't know if Cleveland can give my grandma 7 points.
I mean, Myles Garrett's hurt. Nick Chubb's out. The Giants are bad. This game could be 6-3.
That might be a game that when we're watching the red zone, when they come to that game, that's when we'll go get popcorn or go to the bathroom or do something.
I mean,
'Cause that game-
both these teams are bad.
Yeah, both those teams stink.
But I like Cleveland.
Yeah, I guess if someone's got to win that game, might as well be Cleveland.
It's got to be Cleveland.
You know, when that game's on, I'll be taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
It might be a washout.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it might be a washout.
To the toilet, the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Okay, here we go now. Yeah, all right, our next game, your Chicago Bears playing at Indianapolis. Indy is -1.
Well, like I said, Caleb Williams was sacked 7 times last week. I don't think that happens this week.
So you like Chicago in that game?
I'm taking Chicago.
This is another Paulie upset special.
Well, you're taking the Colts.
I'm taking the Indianapolis Colts at home. I think Richardson can put it together. They haven't used Pittman like I thought they would. They've been throwing the ball to Pierce. I like Indy.
Indianapolis is 26th against the rush right now.
Who do the Bears have other than a quarterback to run?
Well,
I don't like Swift.
I mean, on paper, DeAndre Swift, but I mean, that's about it.
And he hasn't done squat this year. I don't know. Tough game. Tough game. Seize the Colts.
I'm taking the Bears in that game.
You're taking the Bear. Who you like in the game? He likes the Colts too. That's what I like to hear.
What the hell's he
All right,
know?
But I know who he likes this next game. Maybe the worst team in football for the last 3 years. The Carolina Panthers. I almost said Pukesters. However, they got a new quarterback.
Yeah.
They are starting the Red Rifle, Dalton.
The Red Rocket.
Red
Red
Rocket,
Rooster.
Red Rifle,
Whatever the
Red
heck it
Rooster.
is.
What Red Robin. Yum. Yes, I like redheads. So you got Carolina at Las Vegas. Vegas is a 7-point favorite. Vegas coming off a big win on the road, going home. Ricky, baby, I love your Raiders.
How about Gardner Minshew completing 78% of his passes right now?
You know, Gardner was good last year.
Stash, baby, the
Yes,
stash.
he's got that porn stash. That's why I kind of like him, you know?
Vegas is.
Yeah, you
but-
notice how many players have porn stashes? Yeah, I mustache ask you a question.
By the way, Vegas is 8-2-1 against the spread,
See?
even after last week's win at Baltimore.
There you go. So bet the Raiders. All right, another game is a team that's in total disarray. You can see I almost hit his jersey behind us. We have a Tua jersey, and I almost hit him because that team without Tua Tagovailoa can't win the games. And they're traveling
I was
east
gonna say,
to west.
This is your pet peeve.
Yep, they're going to Seattle. I cannot see Miami winning out there.
Yeah,
I like Seattle. They're
I like-
-6.5. I think they cover easy.
And Mike McDaniel, the coach of Miami, is 5-8 against the spread.
So he can't even do that. So who you like in that game?
Oh, Seattle crushes them.
Seattle as well. Okay.
Crushes them.
Here is when this schedule was first put out, everybody had this as the game of the week, the game that you can't miss, the game that's going to be everywhere. They do have, I believe, Tom Brady going to be the announcer in this game. You got the Baltimore Ravens, who puked all over the field last week, against the Dallas Cowgirls. How about them Cowgirls? All right, Baltimore is -1.
There are 9 teams that are 0-2 trying to avoid going 0-3. I think Baltimore goes 0-3. I think Dallas rebounds and wins this game at home.
Wow, you think Baltimore's going to go 0-3?
I think Baltimore's going, not just because I'm a Steelers fan. I think Dallas is going to be pumped to win this game at home. I like Dallas.
I mean, I hate to say it, I've got Dak starting in one of my fantasy leagues. but I got the Baltimore quarterback starting in 2 of them. So I got to go with I can't believe that the Ravens could be 0-3. I cannot go with that. I like Baltimore 3 squeaks.
3 squeaks. I'm taking, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? All right, the next game, out in the desert, you got the Detroit Lions going to go to play Arizona. Good game, Detroit -3.
Man, the Cardinals looked like a playoff team last week, didn't they?
I told you that I like that little pipsqueak. He's a
Yeah.
good little quarterback for them.
He is.
Mr. Murray can run around.
Golf is 17-8 or since he's been with Detroit, he's 17-8.
Yeah, he's been great since he's been to Detroit.
Detroit wins that game.
I like Arizona at home.
Wow.
You and I got lots of differences.
Wow.
I got some. And put it this way. If my team wins, I guarantee I'm going to win the pool this week. Because I got some teams that no one else is going to take.
So you're taking Arizona plus the 3, huh?
I'm taking Arizona plus the 3.
Okay.
All right. Here's a game of injury versus injury. Red Cross versus Red Cross. You got the San Francisco 49ers playing at the LA Rams. Both of these teams have more guys hurt. I guess I like SF.
Yeah, I got to take SF. Puka Nakua's out. Cooper Kupp's out.
I did pick up 2 of the receivers, though, for the Rams.
Rams are 29th defense overall defense.
That's the key. Their defense stinks.
And they give up the most yards per completion, 13.8 yards right now per completion.
Well, and that kid Mason, who took CMC's spot for San Francisco, he's a damn good running back.
He is.
So he may do good. So I look for the Rams to go 0-3. I look for SF to cover -7.
I agree.
All right?
Yep.
Another game here. This is our Sunday night game. Your Kansas City Chiefs at those stinking Atlanta Falcons. Kansas City -4.
Okay, so the Chiefs were a toe. The Chiefs were a toe from going 0-1, and a pass interference call from going 0-2. I'm taking Atlanta.
You like Atlanta at home,
Taking
huh?
Atlanta, yeah.
I got to stick with my Pat Mahomes. I got to hope that he finds Worthy, the young rookie that we got. Now, their big problem is their number 1 running back, Pacheco. He's out.
Yeah.
So they're going to be with backup running backs, running a kid I never heard of. Cody Steele, I never heard of the kid before.
Neither have I.
And he's going to be the running back for Kansas City.
But I think this is a primetime game in Atlanta. I think Atlanta's going to be pumped up, and I think they win that game.
Well, you know what else Atlanta is doing? Atlanta's doing something special for this game. You know the owner of Atlanta?
Sure.
Okay, he also owns Home Depot.
Arthur Blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love him.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to put something I'd never heard of before. They're going to put the owner in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, the Ring of Honor?
The Ring of Honor.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, you would say, guy's got a kiss on his own ass, isn't he? I own the stadium, and I'm going to put my name in the Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
What the hell? But you know how you make all the fans happy? Every fan that comes to that game gets a free hot dog and free soda.
Oh, really?
Every player, every fan that goes to the Sunday night game gets free hot dogs and free soda.
Is it worth a 7-hour drive for us to drive to Atlanta?
I don't know. To get a free hot dog, be kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah. Now, I did leave off one Sunday game, and the reason I do that because we always leave our Tampa Bay Buckies, baby.
Yeah.
That's our primetime game.
Yeah.
You've got the Denver 0-2 Broncos, who haven't played as bad as I thought they were going to play.
No, they haven't.
Against our undefeated first place Tampa Bay Bakers.
I like the Tampa Bay Bakers.
I like Baker. I think he's playing great. Now, Rashad White, he's on the injured list.
Yeah.
Hopefully he comes off, and hopefully he's all right. I also hope that they throw the ball. Last week they keyed on Godwin, and Evans was kind of like a fan watching. Throw the ball to Evans. He's one of the best ends in all of football. Come on, throw him the ball. I think that we easily cover the 7-point spread.
So no quarterback has been picked off more than Bo Nix. He averages 2.65 yards a pass, only ahead of Bryce Young. So what's that tell you?
Yeah, our defense should just run roughshod over the Broncos.
It says only 2 quarterbacks have attempted more passes. which is crazy because Denver has yet to trail by more than 2 scores the entire season so
Now,
far.
they do have a decent defense.
They do have a decent
They
defense.
got a good defense. So it's going to be up to the Buccaneers to either have Rashad White and maybe even Bucky Irvin. He's my backup guy. Maybe they run the ball. You know they can throw the ball. And it may take a couple scrambles like it did last week out of Baker.
Bucks by 10.
Bucks by 10. I like that.
By 10.
I like that. I guarantee you one thing. For my teaser bet,
You
they
got-
will be in one of my teasers. Bucks
Absol-
-1.
Absolutely.
I'll be betting them all up and down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that might be one of my big bets of the weekend. All right, Monday night. You know what makes Monday night so cool?
Oh, I know.
Go ahead, your turn.
I think there's 2 games Monday
There's
night.
2 games Monday night.
That's right.
2 Monday night football games, baby.
That's it.
The first one, 0-2 Jacksonville goes to see the 2-0 Buffalo Bills. Buffalo -6.
I got -4 now. Regardless what we got.
It opened at 4. It did.
Oh, they
it
4.5.
opened at 4 and it went to 6.
Okay. Buffalo, baby.
Until Trevor Lawrence proves to me that they can do the things that they say they're doing, I gotta like Buffalo, don't you?
Well, your cousin Josh Allen. I mean,
Yeah,
you
my
know.
cousin, he's had extra time because they played last Thursday,
So he had 10
he's had
days off.
extra days off. I think Shakir is going to take Stephon Diggs' spot. I think he's going to be the number 1 go-to guy. Cook is turned into a great running back. I think Buffalo just I don't hate Jacksonville, but I gotta like Buffalo.
Do you think Trevor Lawrence is regressing as a quarterback?
He got the big check. He got the big
I know.
payoff.
I know.
They gave him that big contract. What does he care?
Yeah, they go 0-3. And I
Yeah.
like Jacksonville a lot, but they go 0-3.
All right, the other game, we can also talk about a team possibly going 0-3. You got the Washington Commanders going into the jungle to play Cincinnati. Cincy's -7.5.
Cincinnati will not go 0-3. I'm taking Cincinnati. Baby, if you ever wonder.
He's on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. However, my Commanders, by Mr. Daniels from LSU, are going to give those Bengals all they want. I think Washington is one of the up-and-coming teams in the NFL. I think this team's putting it all together, and I'm going to say Cincy wins the game outright. But I'm taking Washington with the points.
Their running back, Brian Robinson, averaging 6 yards per carry, and the Cincy defense is thin.
I'm telling you,
but
Washington's going to give them all they want.
Les Nessman, baby.
Les Nessman.
Cincinnati.
You got to love it. So we disagreed on quite a few of those games.
For the first time in a while.
Yeah, normally we're about the same thing. Well, you know, as the football season progresses, you're going to see things that you normally don't see. You're going to see teams that surprise. Take a look at all the pools, last man standing pools.
I was going to say, how many people got knocked out last week either by taking Dallas or taking Baltimore?
Rick's out in the crowd there. Hey, Rick, how many teams are out of our last man standing? About 500. You hear that? There were 775 people in our last man standing pool, and over 500 of them are gone. Now, I was going to say, I've got one of my own, and I've got one with you and me. You've got one of your own, and you got one with you and me. So we still got 4 alive. All right, real quick, who you taking this week in yours? I know you took the Raiders, and who else? I took the Bucks. What are those? Yeah. I don't know who I'm taking for my other ones yet. I think I'm going to take the New York Jets tonight.
I would take the Jets, too. I second that.
Those are 2 of my picks tonight in the last man standing pool. All right. So listen, everybody, I want to tell you again, we've been here at Brennan's Sports Tavern, 1144 Alternate 19 in Holiday. I also want to thank Todd's Couple Superstore. They've got 2 different locations, one on Nebraska in Tampa, and one right up here on US Highway 19 in Port Richey. I also want to thank Seafire Restaurant for feeding Tracy and I. Brennan's, I'm going to say it one more time. Who's got good food?
Brennan's, baby. Brennan's.
That's right. Come here and eat. Tonight, especially on Thursday, they got the $5 cheeseburger. It is to die for. I'd come here and pay $10 for it. So, very, very, very good. All right, that's about all.
Is it time for your raffle?
Oh, yeah, I got a raffle to give away.
Tracy, come pick a number.
Tracy, pick a number here. We can give away a raffle.
A raffle.
Our raffle, they get goodies.
Goodies.
And watch what else they get. A football. All right. So, anybody out there, if you can hear me, last 4 digits, 7469. 7469 on the white ticket.
469.
We had a couple people leave, but most of the people are still here. We had a good crowd tonight. Good crowd tonight. A lot of people there.
Real good crowd tonight.
Yeah.
We got a
Why
winner.
don't you
Come
go
on
give
up.
that to him? Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, you were the one that said you're the one that says you never win. He's the one you told me I never win. He says I never win. The guy in front of me last week.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, that's our winner. All right, everybody, we'll be here again next Thursday night. We're going to do it all over again. Hopefully next Thursday we'll have some speakers, so I'm not screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
And please watch us on Twitch. And if they go to Facebook, we're going to send them to Twitch, right?
Yes. It's twitch.tv
Twitch.tv/FLOHIO radio. Okay? So there it is. Please tune in, see us. Thank you. Yeah, you can go to Paul Allen Sports on Facebook and hit the link. Jimmy.
Peace out. Go Bucks. Go Steelers.
All right, baby. See you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.